YMCA Pembroke Pines yoga teacher, one of them. And I'm so happy to be here with you today to help you get on your mat, to continue your practice, and just go through a nice little flow today to help us to breathe and move and stay grounded during this challenging time. So when you're ready, let's get started in a child's pose position. So I'm gonna be angled over here to the side so that you can see me. So come into your child's pose. Again, your big toes are touching. Your knees are wide as you want them to be on your mat. And then you're gonna come down, bringing your third eye down to the mat. Your arms are spread long and your head is down. So while we're in this first child's pose, just start to breathe here. 4 counts in, 4 counts out through the nose. Noticing how your body feels. If child's pose is not the best position for you as we're just getting started, you can go ahead and just come to an easy seated position. But again, your third eye is on the mat, you keep it there. Ground down, noticing how the breath is filling your body. Allowing the hips to sink a little deeper onto the heels. Letting go of anything that happened before you came to your mat. And not concerning yourself with anything that has to happen after. On your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands over to your right side. Place your left hand on top of your right, and you can actually rest your head on your left. And just breathe here. Again, letting the hips sink into the heels. It doesn't matter if they touch or not. It's just grounding. That's all we're doing, is we're getting ready to move our bodies, getting ready to breathe, getting ready to recenter ourselves, move some energy around. Take another inhale here. And on your exhale, walk over to the left side of your mat. Your right hand can go over your left, and then your ear is going to go on your right. Take a few breaths here. Let's take one more breath. And now your exhale, walk your hands back to your mat, center of your mat. Inhale, push into your hands, come into your tabletop position. Now from our tabletop position here, let's make sure our shoulders are over our wrists, so you may have to walk your hands back a little bit. And our knees are underneath our hips here. Nice. Pushing into your hands, making sure your hands are spread really, really wide. Let's take some cat-cows together. So inhale, tuck your toes, drop your belly, shoulders draw down your back, chest lifts, gaze is up. Exhale, untuck your toes, really round into your spine, every single vertebrae. Maybe shifting your weight forward slightly into your palms here. Inhale, into your cow, again, tuck your toes, drop your belly. Gaze is up. Exhale, into your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cow. Let's take one more here. Inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cow. Nice. From here, really ground down, coming into a nice neutral tabletop position. On your inhale, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, thread the needle. So you want to draw this right arm underneath, coming to your right shoulder. And your right ear is on the mat. Your left hand can extend, or you can place it on the small of your back. Place the left hand back in front of your face. Press into your hand, extend your arm towards the ceiling. On your exhale, it comes forward, so bring your right arm forward. Draw that right shoulder back into your back. Press into your left hand and extend your left leg behind you. Hold it here. Squaring off your hips, so make sure this left hip comes down. Hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Pulling it through the belly. Let's do 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Nice. Exhale. Go ahead and place the knee back on the ground. The hand comes down to meet it. Again, let's take a round of cat-cows together. So you're going to inhale. Drop the belly. Shoulder draws down your back. Exhale to your cat. Inhale to your cat. Exhale to your cat. Let's do 1 more here. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to your neutral tabletop position. Inhale your left arm up. Really draw the left shoulder back. On your exhale, thread the needle. So bring this left arm underneath the right. Now trying to get your left ear or your cheek on the mat, you can extend your right arm in front to get a deeper twist. Or you can bring the arm behind your back here. Breathe in. Nice. Take an inhale. Exhale, place the hand right in front of your face. Press into your right hand. Extend the left arm towards the ceiling. Bring that left arm forward. Draw your left shoulder back into your back. Square off your table here. And then extend this right leg behind you. Flexing the foot, dropping the right hip. Keeping the belly engaged. Hold it here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Really firing up the core. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Pull the belly in. Draw the shoulder back. Exhale. We have 1 more breath here. Bring that right hip down. Flex your foot. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Bring the right knee down and the left hand to meet it. Nice. Beautiful. From here, tuck your toes. And then shift your hips back to your first down dog. Nice. Beautiful. Now from here, you can walk your dog. So you can bend the knee, drop a heel. Pressing into your hands. Make sure your shoulders are rolling away from one another. Nice. Beautiful. From here, come forward into your plank. Yep. Hold your plank here. You can always drop down to your knees if you like. You're going to hold your plank or come onto your toes and hold it here for 3. Just firing up the core some more. 2, 1. Go ahead and lower your knees down to the mat. Lower your chest and your chin to the mat. Slide forward all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Draw your hands back about 1 inch here. Push into the tops of your feet and your pelvis. Inhale, lift up. Baby cobra. You might want to do a little check here and see that you're not putting too much weight into your hands. Maybe raise your hands up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. Again, pressing into the tops of your feet, your pelvis, your quads fire up. Inhale, lift. Elbows pointing towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Plant into your hands here. And then shift back to your child's pose. Now it's your second child's pose of the day or during this practice. So check in and see how you feel. Maybe your hips are sinking a little bit lower. Take your time here. Your next inhale, press into your hands. Tuck your toes again. Hips go back. Down dog. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Get rid of the tension in the neck. Breathe. On your next inhale, look in between your hands and just walk your way to the top of the mat. And take a little rag doll here. So your feet can be hip distance apart. You want to be grounded down through all 4 corners of your feet. Your knees can be soft. In fact, you can bend them as much as you like to get your chest on your thighs. Your arms are here, are long. And if you want, you can actually hug
your opposite elbows and maybe sway a little bit side to side. Allowing the back to release, the upper body to get a little heavy. From here, you're going to release your hands, plant them on the mat. Ground down into all four corners of your feet. Inhale, come into a flat back. So you're drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Pulling your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, forward fold. We have one more, so inhale again, flat back. You can always bring your hands to your shins or your thighs, drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, forward fold, ground down to all four corners of your feet. Inhale, your hands to your hips, elbows draw up towards the ceiling. Come up with a flat back. Hands come to your side, take a Tadasana or mountain pose. Breathe. Take a moment to check in with the body now that you're standing. Check in with your thoughts. Check in with your energy. Check in with your emotions. And let's get ready to move. So you can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn around here so that I maintain an open position when we flow through this. So you're going to inhale your arms up. On your exhale, you're going to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and just walk your hands out to your plank position here. Yes. Now from this plank position, go ahead and lower your knees. Come to your chin and chest. Slide forward to your belly. Hands draw down about an inch closer to your waist here. Push into the tops of your feet. Lift up. You can lift up either into your baby cobra or all the way up into your cobra if your back is ready for it. If not, staying in your baby cobra is fine. From here, you're going to tuck your toes, push back to your down dog. Nice. You can walk your dog here. You can take some side bends. Whatever your body's asking for. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Beautiful. From here, look in between your hands on your inhale. On your exhale, walk your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, forward fold, ground down. Inhale your arms all the way up to the top, your palms touch. Bring that prayer to heart center. We're going to do this 2 more times in more of a flow. Back breath to move now. So inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and just step back to the top of your push-up. You can take as many steps as you like. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Really push into your toes here. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower to your knees. Chin, chest comes to the mat. Slide forward to your belly. Bring your hands back about an inch closer to your waist. Lift up into your baby cobra or your cobra. Shoulders draw down your back. On your exhale, tuck your toes, lift up into your down dog. Nice. Inhale, look in between your hands. On your exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, ground down. Inhale your arms all the way up to the top, palms touch. And we're going to go right into that third one. So you're just going to forward fold here. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, and again, step back to the top of your push-up. You can always hold here for a second, and then come to your knees, chin, chest down, slide forward to your belly, draw your hands back, push you to the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, tuck your toes, come back to your down dog. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. In. Exhale. Inhale, look in between your hands. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, ground down. Inhale your arms all the way up to the top, palms touch. Bring that prayer to heart center. Nice. Beautiful. Let's go down. Inhale your arms up. And then your exhale, forward fold here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, and let's just step back to our down dog here. So we're just stepping back to down dog. We're not going through our vinyasa. Our body should start to get a little warm now. So hold it here. Beautiful. On your next inhale, the right leg comes up. On your exhale, you place that right foot right behind the right wrist. So now you can always walk the foot up. So if it doesn't make it, you can walk it, you can grab it. However you need to, get that foot there. You're going to turn your left heel down so that your toes are pointing towards the top corner of your mat here. From here, inhale your arms to your right leg. We're moving into warrior one. So you want to make sure that your feet are not on railroad tracks or on a tightrope here. You want to make sure they're on railroad tracks. So there's some distance in between your feet, widthwise. Your hands come to your right thigh. You're bending into your right leg, trying to keep your right knee over toes 2 and 3. Square off your hips, so bring this left hip forward. Lengthen your tailbone down, so lengthen this down. Try not to get a really big arch in your back. Lengthen that down. And then inhale your arms up. Warrior one. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands. Interlace them behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest, gazes up. On your exhale, we're moving into humble warrior. So bring this right shoulder on your right knee. Yeah, and arms can go overhead if you have the range of motion. If you want a little bit more, maybe you try to work that right shoulder inside the right knee, but make sure you draw the right hip back. So try not to let this thing happen. Really pull that right hip back. Shoulder stays either on top of the knee or inside. Arms overhead. Nice. Breathe. One more breath. Ground down to your feet. Inhale, lift up, come to stand. Inhale your arms back up to your warrior one. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, place your hands on your hips and just open up towards the width of your mat. And we're going to go into warrior one on the left side. So now adjust your feet. Now your left foot is bending. That right foot, the heel's angling towards the back corner of your mat. The toes are pointing towards the top. Again, your hips are square, so you're bringing this right hip forward. Your left knee is tracking over toes 2 and 3. Watch the low back here, everybody. So make sure you're not really crunching into this low back. Create space here. Try to connect your low ribs and your hips. Then you inhale your arms up. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Breathe. Take another breath. Inhale. And on your exhale, release your hands. Interlace your hands behind your back. So maybe you're taking the opposite grip. So the thumb that feels weird, put that one on top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. And ground down through your feet. Your left shoulder can stay on your left knee. Your arms can come overhead if you have that range of motion. You can also try to work the left shoulder inside the left knee, but make sure your hips stay square. So you want to bring this left hip back, everybody. Bring the left hip back. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Now ground down, engage your core. Inhale, lift up. Arms come all the way up. We're back in our warrior one again. Take a breath here. Inhale. On your exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Again, coming towards the width of your mat. We're moving into warrior two here. So in warrior two, the stance is a little bit different. You want to make sure that your right heel is bisecting the arch of your left foot. So it's this kind of stance. If anyone took ballet, it's like 4th position. And then you come down. You widen your stance and you come down. Now, grounding down from all 4 corners of your feet, and especially the knife edge of this left foot. Ground down. Right knee is coming over toes 2 and 3.
Core is engaged. Again, we're lengthening our tailbone here. This leg is neutral, so we're trying to keep this hip neutral. Your right hip is opening up, it's externally rotating, lengthening in the tailbone, bringing the low ribs down to meet the hips, and then arms extend. So we're here. Make sure your stance is wide enough here, everybody. Sometimes I see a lot of our students shorten their stance because they might be a little nervous. Go for it. This is the time to play with your edges. This is the time to challenge yourself. This is the time to really engage. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 1 more here. Inhale. Exhale. Get a little bit lower if you can. Nice. Inhale. Flip your palm. And then on your exhale, reverse your warrior. So draw your left hand down the left leg here and allow the right arm to exalt, to go overhead. Really opening up the right side of the body here. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Making sure that right knee didn't sickle in, so pull it out. We're using the outer thigh. 1 more. Inhale. On your exhale, come back into your warrior 2. Warrior 2 here. Nice. Beautiful. From here, straighten the right leg. So we're moving into triangle. Straighten the right leg. And then shift your weight forward. So the right arm is going forward, left hip is going back. You're going as far as you can so you can't go any further. And then you lower the right arm down. The left arm is up. Now, you can always use a block here. I have a block behind me, so I'm going to grab it. I can place it right here inside my, my calf here. And just have my right hand on top of it and my left hand up. Make sure you're still externally rotating this right thigh here. Hold this here, just left shoulder is drawing back, grounding down through your feet. Core is engaged. You don't have to go to the ground here, everybody. You don't have to be here. We don't want that because we're not using any muscles. We need to use our muscles, we need to use our bodies. So we need to pull up, ground down, pull up, engage our glutes, our core, lift up, push the energy out, the arm goes up. This is a better alignment. I'm working here. I wasn't working in that other posture, I was just hanging out. We want to work in yoga. Take another inhale here. On your exhale, come back down into your warrior 2. Bring your hands to prayer. And then we're just going to turn and open up to the other side. I'm just going to move my block out the way so you can see my feet. Nice. So we're going to be here. Holding here. Got some stuff on me. We're in our warrior 2. Alright, so now, grounding down through the right. Externally rotating the left. Yep. Grounding down through all 4 corners of our left foot. Core is engaged. Again, we're lengthening our tailbone here. Connecting low ribs. Breathe. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Try to get a little bit deeper if you can. Let's do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. A little bit deeper. Nice work. Inhale. Flip your palm. Reverse your warrior. Again, this right hand is dragging down your right leg. Left arm is up, exalted. Opening up the left side body here. Make sure the left knee didn't sickle in. Don't let it do this. Open it up. Take another breath here. Inhale. On your exhale, come back down. You're in your warrior 2. Let's start to straighten up that left leg. Moving into triangles. If you have to walk the right foot forward, that's fine. Shift forward. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up. Again, we don't need to be down here. We're not working when we're down here. Use your muscles. Use your legs, use your glutes, use your core. Pull yourself up. Draw this right shoulder back. Again, if you need to, you can use your block here. Nice. Breathe. Hold it here, grounding down. Make sure your core is active. And the energy is going out and up. Yes. Take another breath. On your exhale, come into your warrior 2 again. Hands come to prayer. Nice. Turn all 10 toes towards the center. I'm just going to move my block out of the way. All 10 toes towards the center. Bring your heels in. Inhale your arms up. And then your exhale, we're moving into goddess. So you want to bend your knees. Again, your heels are coming in. Your toes are out about a 45-degree angle. Your arms are down, your elbows are bent, in line with your shoulders. And now everything is active here. So you're grounding down through all four corners of your feet. Your knees and your thighs are pushing back that way. So you're really trying to open up and certainly rotate both legs here. Really open that up. Core is engaged. You're lengthening your tailbone. So again, if this thing is happening where that's really pulling back, you got to pull it in. Pull that in. Arms are active as well. So it's like you're pushing against an imaginary wall. So there's energy in your arms. Energy is everything right now. Let's hold this for 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take a little bit deeper if you can. I know just firing it all out. Let's do 1 more. Inhale here. Exhale a little bit deeper. Fire it out. Yes. Inhale your arms up. All 10 toes point forward. Exhale. Forward fold. All the way down. Nice. You're forward folding here, surrendering, allowing all the good work. All the tension we just created, we're releasing it. You can bend one knee, bend the other. This is your forward fold. Do what you like with it. You can always extend your arms and go into a wide leg downward dog. You can walk your hands behind you and try to fold yourself in half. Again, make sure your weight is forward in your toes, everybody. Forward in your toes, not in your heels. Slight bend in your knees to protect hamstrings and low backs. Let's walk our hands back towards the middle of our mat, right underneath our shoulders. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips and inhale all the way up to stand. Yes. Hands come to prayer. Walk your feet in, so heel toe. Your feet all the way in here. Yep. Feet together. We're going to play around with balance for a little bit, everybody. So you can have your feet together here. We're going to work on tree. Hands in prayer. Ground down through this right foot. So spread all of your toes. Ground down. Inhale your left leg up. And you can place it here on your left. Just with the toes on the ground and at your ankle. You can place it at your calf. Or you can lift it up and place it right inside. And we're going to hold here. Find a point in front of you that's not moving. Find your drishti, that means focus in Sanskrit. Hold it there. Again, you're externally rotating this left hip. Once you have your balance, you can grow your tree. Bring your hands back to prayer. Bring the knee to center. Lower it down. And just shake it out. Shake it out, everybody. All right, we'll move to the other side. So again, hands in prayer. Ground down to the left. Toe come to your right toes. Bring it to the side. You can lift it up. Either stay at your ankle, lift it to your calf, or bring it all the way into the groin. Again, it does not have to. It should not be at your knee. That's where it should not be, everybody. So pull it in here. Hold it. Breathe here. Yep. This leg doesn't want to work right, so we're just going to put it down. And that happens. You are not balanced. One side is more open than the other. So work with your body on the given day. So hold it here. Grow your tree when you're ready. Again, finding that point in front of you that is not moving. Take a breath. Bring the prayer back to center. Lower the legs, shake it out. Nice work, everybody. All right, so let's work. Let's just go get to the ground now. We'll start to stretch. So you can just make your way, just maybe squat. Let's do a malasana squat. So from here, inhale your arms up. And on your exhale, bring the prayer to heart center. Walk your feet to the width of your mat and turn your toes out. Now from here, bend down into your hips, start to squat down. So you can stay right here. Again, you're lifting out of your thighs here. Hands in prayer. You're using your elbows to push the outside of your edges. If this is too much, you can always use a block. And just sit on the block here. And just hold this here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. This squat position is great. We used to squat like this all the time back in the old days. And it really helps you just keep everything moving. Bowel function, our hips open, everything. But we sit a lot, so we got to practice this in yoga. Let's take 1 more breath. And then your exhale, go ahead and release the block if you were sitting on a block. And just come to your seat, to a nice seated position here. Beautiful. Now, let's turn to the side. And let's work on our pigeon. So actually I'm gonna turn to the other side, so my right knee is forward. So just from this position here, you're gonna bend your right knee, bring it forward, send this left leg back. Now, you wanna be square in this pigeon. So, you can bring this block, place it underneath the hip. You wanna be square. If you're falling over, that's not the right posture. So you wanna put this here, make sure you're in your pigeon. Lengthen out of your waist here. So lengthen. Make sure that the back leg, the femur, and the ankle, and the knee are all in line. Lengthen up, and then exhale, forward fold. Your head can be on your hands, your head can be on your block, or your head can be on the mat. But just release here. This is a great posture just to release and to let go. And just hold this pigeon for 5 breaths. In, exhale. So when you're in this pigeon, you may notice that things come up. We hold a lot of stuff in our hips and in our shoulders especially. So as you're in pigeon, as you've worked and you've opened up your body, you are moving things around and some unresolved issues may come up. That's normal. Allow it to come up. It may show up in the form of your body wanting to get out of this posture before you're ready or before you should. And you should question that, like what's asking you to come out right now, because a lot of the times, the stuff that we need to deal with is right beyond that point. So stick with it for 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. On your exhale, go ahead and push into your hands. And then release the block if you're sitting on a block. And just swing the legs around. And you can shake them out. I'm gonna turn around because I want to be able to see you all. So I'm gonna have my left leg forward. You can stay exactly where you are. So now we're bending the left leg and we're bringing the right leg back. And again, we're coming up. So I wanted to turn this way so you can see my hip. I'm not sitting down. I'm up off my hip. My knee is towards the edge of my mat. Left foot is inside the groin. You can use your block if you need it. Place it here. If you need it. If you can stay here without it, that's fine. We'll use your block, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, forward fold. Again, over that knee. Your head is on your hands, your head is on the mat, your head is on a block, whatever feels good for your body. And you're allowing this pigeon to open up the hip. Allowing things to release, allowing the muscles to stretch. You have 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. You actually go ahead and push yourself up. Release your block if you have one. Just spin your leg, the right leg forward, shake it out. And then lower all the way down to your back. So point your toes. Engage your core and just tuck your tailbone and lower all the way down to the mat. Bring your knees in, rock them side to side. And we're going to take let's do 2 bridges. So plant your feet on the mat, arms extend long, push it to your hands, lift up your hips. Hold it here. Really engage the core energetically. You're pushing into your feet as if you're trying to move them to the wall in front of you. Let's lift 1 more time. So inhale up, exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Let's set up for our last bridge. So again, plant your feet on the mat, hips distance apart. Your arms are long. Draw your shoulder blades down your back, press into your feet and lift up. Now if you want a little bit more sensation, interlace your hands and walk your shoulders underneath. And really lift up here, pushing into your shoulder blades. Trying to get the chest to your chin and not the other way around. So don't drop your chin, keep your chin lifted. Let's lift up a little bit higher. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your feet into your chest, rock side to side. Let's take a little twist here, so arms extend wide. Drop your knees over to the right. Bend your arms slightly to keep the shoulder down and look over to your left. Allow the knees to get heavy. Allow the low back to release. Take one more breath here. Exhale, bring the knees back to center and then drop them over to the left. You look over to the right, again keeping a slight bend in the right elbow so that your right shoulder stays down. Take one more breath here. Inhale the legs up. Take a quick squeeze. And then let's lower down for our final Shavasana. So extend your legs towards the end of your mat. They can be wide, arms are wide. And let everything go. Release the legs, release the center body, release the upper body, your head, eyes, ears, nose, mouth. Let it all melt into the mat. Just take a moment here to remember. Remember who you are, remember your purpose, remember that you're divine. Not allowing all the distractions of the world to take you away from your peace. Know that every time something can come in and distract you, something can come in and set you off, whatever that is, you can always come back to your breath. You can always come back to your mat. Feel free to stay in this Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you're ready to come out, you can wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists and your ankles. Extend your arms above your head, take a big stretch. On your exhale, turn over to one side, either side, into a fetal. Push into your top hand, come into a seated position. Your eyes can remain closed or your gaze soft. Let's take a moment here to express some gratitude. Just gratitude for amazing bodies that keep us healthy and safe. Gratitude for our friends and family and loved ones for supporting us and holding space for us. And then gratitude for ourselves for knowing how important this practice is and allowing ourselves the time to help and heal ourselves so that we can do the same for others. And then lastly, thanks for the breath, because we can go without food for a few days, without water for a little bit of time, but once the breath goes, so do we. So inhale your arms up, palms touch, bring the prayer to your heart center, bow your head. Thank you everyone for allowing me to guide your practice today. I hope it gives you everything you need to get through this time. Enjoy your friends, your family, your loved ones. Stay safe and healthy, and I will see you soon. Namaste. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you soon in Pembroke Pines. Hopefully, a couple weeks, couple months, who knows when this is going to end, but we're there whenever we can be, and you can always know, please always know that we are there for you. We love you. This community is very important to all of us, and so you're always on our minds and in our hearts, and we pray for all of you. Thank you. Hi everybody.